Quite obviously, not a wild rabbit. Uh-huh. I see ya. Well, what happened was the rabbits broke some of the slats in the bottom of the rabbit tractor. They get caught on things when you move them. The rabbits chew on them, things like that. We still prefer the wood over the wire because the wire gets caught on all kinds of things. And when they're mating and they're running around, their nails get caught on the wire. It's just not good. We really prefer the wood. We figured out after we made this one, we need to make our wood slats much thicker so they will last longer. And as soon as these guys were butchered, our plan was to redo the bottom, make the wood slats bigger, and, you know, fix it up before we got into our next round of breeding. We just had to wait till these grow outs are big enough. But I come out this morning and there's a rabbit halfway out of the rabbit tractor. Its head and its feet were out. It got scared when I come out and it went back in. But when I opened the tractor, we only had 4 in it where there should have been 7. So we're missing 2 of our red-eye white boys and our 1 gold tip steel male. 3 of them managed to get out this morning. I've seen the 2 white ones running around. I have not seen that gold tip steel at all. I don't mean he's not out here, but I haven't seen him. The problem is I have been breeding my rabbits to survive on natural forage on our landscape and produced in my garden, which is about not even 100 feet that way. I've basically bred them to survive out here. Not only that, we have brush piles everywhere as we are clearing this property, and those are perfect hiding places for rabbits. Rabbits love brush piles, and we have plenty of them to hide in. So every time I get even close to one, they dart in the brush pile. I can't dig through the brush pile fast enough to catch them before they dart out the other side. Thankfully, the white ones are fairly easy to see out here. That dark one, that gold tip steel, man, I hadn't seen it yet. So my quick solution fix was to take the leftover roofing material I use as a sunshade on the rabbit tractors because I can move it around and position it to block the sun wherever it's coming in that direction. And I laid it in the bottom of the rabbit tractor to cover the area so they can't dig out anymore. That's not going to let them have fresh food. It's not going to let their poop and stuff fall through, which is the whole point of having a rabbit tractor. But at least nobody can dig out for now. On top of that, it is Friday. Kenneth is at work. And so obviously he's not here to help me fix the rabbit tractor. And I don't know what we're going to do with these guys while we fix that rabbit tractor. Because they can't be in it while we fix the bottom. And then tomorrow is Saturday and it's the Farm Where You Live event. And we will be gone all day. We had a storm that came through yesterday that rained and rained for like 4 or 5 hours, which is going to be wonderful for my garden and should make everything shoot up, except for now I have 3 rabbits on the loose to eat said garden. Go a little bit farther. Come on, baby. That didn't work. Here, hold the pellets. Ah, man. Almost had it. Come on, guy. This is not what I had planned to spend my day doing. I need to get the goats moved. Yeah. I don't need to be chasing rabbits. Hey. So this is the rabbit tractor they broke. This is our original design.
Hey, what happened? The sun in that?
No, it's their leftover food. Watch out so people can see.
Okay.
So, as you can see, this is where they broke the wood slat. Right there. And they just dug out.
No.
Don't chase, don't chase, don't chase. Maybe he wants to come back to his brothers. I mean, he's right there.
Looking.
I have to say this is the first big rabbit outbreak we have had. I just spotted the little gold tip still, the black one. It was in my garden. That's what I was worried about. Y'all, it was not how today was supposed to go. There's the rabbit.
Or doing it. Or big.
Declan, hey, be real quiet, okay? I'm scared to get closer because I'm scared to scare it away. Kenneth is like standing there staring at it. And up it goes. Here, little wabbit, wabbit, wabbit.
It's over here.
Here, little wabbit, wabbit, wabbit. Alright, well, I tried to throw something at him to slow him down.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that?
So we're having to play Russian roulette with the rabbits to get that tractor empty so Kenneth can fix it. Don't kick, you won't hurt yourself. 3, 4 babies. Get transferred. Okay.
That one in the boat.
It'll be alright. I want y'all to see something. I want y'all to see this. Look. We're gonna keep playing this game. Can you spot the rabbit? It's a white rabbit, if that helps you. Right there. He's just sitting there watching, waiting, supervising, making sure we're doing a good job, I guess. I don't know. He's just chilling, man. Can you see him now? Just hanging out. With it flipped up, you can see how they got out. So, like I said, this was our first rabbit tractor, and these bottom parts was made from scrap wood, if you haven't seen that video. And these one split, and this one split. Now we knew we needed to replace these slats. It's been on our to-do list, but we had to wait till all of our kits were gone, so we had the rabbit tractor free. Well, they kind of pushed circumstances a little, so he's helping you, Daddy.
I'm helping me.
Got a saw over here cutting it apart.
Daddy doing.
Trying to take the wood off.
I need a hammer. That's my hammering.
I like your hammering. You're doing a great job hammering with Daddy. I just want you to know, rabbits, we're having rabbit tacos for dinner. If I could catch you, you would be a taco. Good hammering. All right, Daddy's turn. I see 1, 2 little white rabbits. I don't know where the black one went. So these slats are 1 inch wide and they're being nailed 2 inches apart.
Oh.
It's totally bowed.
Hey.
You cutting it off for Daddy?
Yeah.
was taxing me. Good job. So the new wood going on it versus the old wood, it is thicker. They're about the same width. Hopefully it'll hold up better. This rabbit tractor has been through rabbits many times and chickens, and it's really held up fairly well for it to be thrown together with like scrap wood that we had. And even though it broke, I still prefer the wood over the wire bottoms for rabbit tractors. Wood slides better, and it's just easier to deal with rabbits. I'm not chasing him anymore. We're done. If he wants to eat with his friends when I come back to feed him, then he needs to be over here. But other than that, we're done. Okay, friends, so I was editing and realized I never even told you how the story ended. So let's go through it. So, last you seen, we had finished building the rabbit tractors. We had tried to catch the rabbits again. And I was done trying to catch them. I had tried, Declan had tried, Kenneth had tried. They were much too fast for us. They could sneak into little places, into brush piles and stuff, and we just could not catch them. I had been given a play-by-play over on Instagram as this whole thing went down, and a lot of people had recommended the sheet to throw on them and stuff to kind of slow them down so that we could get to them. But by the time I could throw the sheet, the wind was fighting it, and the rabbits just were too fast, and it just did not work. So we had just given up at this point. Some friends had told me who have rabbits that if I just kind of leave them alone, they should return to home base at nighttime when it was time to eat and for them to be with their siblings. So I'm like, okay, when I come out to feed them, if I can catch them, they will go back in the rabbit tractor. If not, they're on their own for the night. We have lots of predators in the area, stray dogs, coyotes, birds of prey, different things like that. So I really, really wanted to have them in the safety of the rabbit tractor. Our rabbit tractors have been built to keep things out. Evidently, we needed to focus more on keeping things in as well. Okay, so I go out and I start doing my animal chores. I'm moving the goats, doing different things. And out of nowhere, a massive storm comes through. And I am talking massive storm. We had 60-mile-per-hour winds that just showed up out of nowhere. It was crazy. Flash floods, I mean, the whole 9 yards. And I was outside doing the animal chores, got caught out in this massive storm. I ran to put up my garden umbrella, trying to wheel it in, and a 60-mile-per-hour wind picks it up while I'm holding onto it, and it did not go very well. You'll have to see my garden tour that comes out Friday for the whole story on that, to see what exactly happened and the aftermath of that. I'll go over the whole thing then because it happened in the garden. But anyway, so I run back inside and I'm like, it's all going to have to wait until the storm passes. It's not safe at this point to be out there trying to do animal chores. And so after the storm passes, we go out and we're looking for these rabbits, finishing up animal chores. We do find them. They are cold, they're wet, and they are not much in the mood to run from us anymore. So we caught all escaped rabbits, got them back into the rabbit tractor so that they could eat, but it doesn't end there. Because if you were watching the video, you seen I put up a little notice on the screen that the slats should have been 1.5 inches apart, not 2 inches. It had been a long day for me. Kenneth had a long day at work. I was trying to remember what we did on the previous, when we did the rabbit tractor. I guess we could have measured to see what it was. I don't know. But 2x3 welded wire is what we use on our other rabbit tractor. It will be replaced for wood slats here shortly. Once the kits that are in there are butchered that'll be coming up in a future video when we redo that rabbit tractor and all that stuff. But it will be redone. But I was thinking 2x3 welded wire. They don't get out of that, so 2 inches is good for the slats as well. It's not. 1.5 inches is actually the recommended spacing, and where we got that spacing to begin with, that is what we originally used on our tractor, was from Polyface Farms. That is what Joel Salatin and Daniel Salatin use on their rabbit tractors at Polyface Farms. That's where we learned about 1.5 inches to begin with. But I didn't have my Polyface Farm book out there with me, and I don't know. Anyways, we went with 2 inches and it was wrong. So the next day after this was the Farm Where You Live event. That video is already out. I will link it down below. I even spoke with Joel Salatin on the topic of meat rabbits. That's a completely other video. I will link down below as well. But we get back from Farm Where You Live. It is late, and I mean late. We didn't get back till like 10:30. I go to check on all the animals, you know, and feeding them. There's not as many rabbits in the rabbit tractor anymore. It's late. I'm not dealing with it. They're out. They're out. I'm not chasing rabbits at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. So the next morning, we get up. It's Sunday morning, and we kind of attempted to chase them, try to get them back in. I added extra like wood in the bottom of the tractor to be able to make the slats smaller to keep the ones that were in there from getting out, and we didn't catch them. There were 4 out and we did not catch them. So Monday rolls around and I still cannot catch these rabbits. They love to hide under the travel trailer in the daytime because it is super shady down there and it could keep them cool, and then they would come out in the evenings much like wild rabbits would do. Again, we couldn't catch them. So Tuesday, yesterday, we went rabbit hunting. There are no longer 7 troublemaking rabbits on our homestead. All of the bucks who had dug out of the tractor at one point in time or another are now harvested and will be dinner. Should have stayed where you were put. Our does who stay in their tractor still have another 4 weeks of grow out time, and then they will be harvested. I will probably harvest them a little early when we do our meat chicken butchering. I'll just do it all at once and then have all of our butchering done for the summer. We will not have any more butchering until fall after we do the meat chickens and the rabbits that we have left. So, not bad. I got more meat in my freezer. It's a little early, so they weren't as big as I'd like them to be, but it's okay. Younger rabbit is more tender rabbit, and we will count our blessings with that. I am looking forward to having 7 less rabbits to forage for every single day. And as soon as we harvest our meat chickens and our other rabbits, my animal chores will drastically reduce, which is wonderful because the garden is starting to pick up, and that needs to be our current focus anyways. We still have a little bit of time before we can begin breeding again because I need our current young does that are growing up to be breeder does to continue growing up. I need them to reach the 6 months mark before I breed them. Waiting till 6 months with a larger breed like our Rex, our New Zealand crosses, stuff like that, just allows them to get much bigger. They have less trouble birthing because they are bigger and they're not stunted in growth, and it just makes for a healthier rabbit. So as much as I would love to breed them now because we have that new breeder buck, I am waiting. Jackson, however, the new breeder buck y'all met in a previous vlog, is now in a rabbit tractor. He is out of quarantine. He is enjoying his life here on the homestead, and we are super thankful to have him. I can't wait to add him to the breeder program this fall. As soon as our girls are ready to breed, he is already ready to go. So that's all I have for you today, friends. It's not quite the happy ending that I'm sure most of y'all were rooting for. I had people on Instagram that were like rooting for the rabbits to run. I know they're animal friendly people and they don't want them butchered, but wouldn't you rather them die a very humane death by us instead of out in the wild being picked off by predators that they don't know how to escape from because they've never had to escape from? I mean, whatever. They no longer are troublemakers. They're no longer in trouble. What more can you ask for? So that's all I have for you today, friends. For now, bye. We will see you later.